You might have one of these 10 items in your carry-on right now. And while these rules aren't all new, for 2026, TSA enforcement is getting much stricter. From everyday snacks to common electronics, these regulations are catching even seasoned travelers by surprise. Breaking them by accident is easy, and getting flagged by security is a terrible way to start a vacation. If you're flying soon, be aware. Airport security is tightening its grip. This isn't about obvious weapons, but seemingly innocent items you've probably packed dozens of times. In this video, we'll break down 10 surprising items that could get confiscated on the spot. Stick around to make sure your belongings don't end up in a TSA confiscation bin. First up is that pricey, high-tech smart suitcase with built-in charging and GPS. It was sold as the ultimate travel gadget, but it could stop you from boarding. The rule: any suitcase with a non-removable lithium-ion battery is banned from being checked in. If you need a tool to get the battery out, it's considered non-removable, and that bag can't fly in the cargo hold. The reason is fire safety. The FAA is concerned about thermal runaway, where a damaged lithium battery overheats and bursts into a fire that's incredibly difficult to put out. Imagine that happening in the cargo hold at 30,000 feet. FAA data shows a surge in battery incidents, with a record 89 events involving smoke, fire, or extreme heat in 2024 alone. For example, one traveler had to choose between abandoning his new $500 smart suitcase or missing his flight because the battery was built in. The solution: check your luggage. If you can pop the battery out with your hands, you're good. Just remove the battery before checking the bag and carry it into the cabin with you. If you bring the smart bag as a carry-on, you can usually leave the battery in, but must be able to remove it if asked. At number 2, large containers of powders. This isn't just about illegal drugs. We're talking about protein powder, coffee, and even baby formula. The rule: any powder-like substance in your carry-on larger than 12 ounces, about the size of a soda can, requires additional screening. If TSA officers can't identify the powder, they will confiscate it. The issue is that on an X-ray, a large, dense block of powder can be used to hide explosive materials, creating an opaque spot on the screen. When they can't see through it, they have to perform a manual inspection, which means delays. Travelers report having sealed protein or collagen powders confiscated just for being over the 12-ounce limit. To avoid this, put powders in your checked luggage where there are no quantity limits. If you must have it in your carry-on, use a container under 12 ounces or pre-portion it into smaller travel-sized containers. A pro tip: put your powders in a separate bin for X-ray screening, just like liquids. Coming in at number 3, the cordless hair straightener or curling iron. They're convenient, but if packed wrong, they'll be confiscated. The rule: cordless hairstyling tools with lithium batteries or butane cartridges are banned from checked luggage. You can only bring them in your carry-on, and even then, there are conditions. Once again, this is due to fire risk. Both lithium batteries and butane are highly flammable. If a curling iron accidentally switches on in your checked bag, it could start a fire. Keeping them in the cabin means the crew can react quickly to any smoke. To travel with them correctly, they must be in your carry-on. You also have to prevent them from accidentally turning on, so use a safety cover over the heating element. Spare butane refills are completely banned from both carry-on and checked bags. Number 4 is a rule that confuses everyone: creamy and spreadable foods. This isn't about soup, but snacks like peanut butter, hummus, cream cheese, and yogurt. This falls under the 311 liquids rule, which defines a liquid as anything you can splash, spill, or spread. That means it must be in a container that's 3.4 ounces, 100 milliliters, or less, and all containers must fit in one quart-sized clear bag. Why? On an X-ray, these gel-like foods can have a similar density to certain explosives, making them difficult for officers to identify. The 311 rule is a blanket policy to limit the volume of potentially hazardous liquids. People often have to surrender brand new jars of peanut butter. Even frozen items can be a problem if they've started to melt. To avoid this, buy travel-sized packets or portion them yourself into 3.4-ounce containers. If you need a larger amount, it must go in your checked luggage. At number 5, an item every traveler carries, the power bank. These are lifesavers, but they're at the center of a major FAA safety crackdown. The rule is absolute. All spare lithium-ion batteries, including power banks and phone charging cases, are forbidden in checked baggage. They must be in your carry-on. This is a federal regulation. The FAA has documented numerous incidents where power banks have caught fire. The main worry is thermal runaway, an uncontrollable, self-heating state that can lead to an explosive fire. If this happens in your carry-on, the crew can handle it. In the cargo hold, it could be catastrophic. It's a common mistake. A recent survey found many passengers still pack these in their checked bags. The solution is simple. Always pack power banks in your carry-on. Also, check the watt-hour rating. You're allowed up to 100.1 without airline approval, which covers most chargers. Number 6 can cause unexpected drama for families. Toys that look like weapons. This means water pistols, Nerf guns, and even keychains shaped like grenades. The rule is simple. If it looks like a weapon, it's treated like one. The TSA prohibits any realistic replicas of firearms or explosives at the security checkpoint. While you know it's plastic, the officer at the X-ray scanner can't tell the difference. This is about safety and speed. These items cause major delays when they trigger a full manual search. More importantly, nobody wants to see what looks like a gun being pulled from a bag mid-flight. One family's detailed sci-fi movie prop shut down an entire security lane for inspection. Be extra careful when packing for kids and check their bags for any questionable toys. The best policy is to leave them at home or pack them in your checked luggage. Number 7 isn't one item, but a rule that could get your whole bag rejected. Strict enforcement of carry-on size and weight. For years, these limits felt like suggestions. In 2026, those days are over. This is an airline rule, not TSA, but it's now being enforced with near zero tolerance. Gate agents are checking dimensions and weight. The standard size is around 22 by 14 by 9 inches, and that now includes wheels and handles. Why the crackdown? It's a mix of safety and money. Overloaded bins are a hazard, and it's also a revenue source, as gate checking a bag often costs more. You'll see people frantically repacking at the gate. The solution is to measure and weigh your carry-on before you leave. Use a luggage scale and don't guess. If you're close to the limit, assume you're over. Wear your heaviest items, like hiking boots and a jacket, onto the plane. At number 8, homemade snacks wrapped in aluminum foil. That burrito you packed to save money could trigger a full bag search. You can bring food, but you can't wrap it in something scanners can't see through. Aluminum foil blocks X-rays, creating an unidentifiable blob on the screen. A TSA agent can't tell a foil-wrapped sandwich from a foil-wrapped explosive, so their protocol requires a manual bag search. This has become a surprisingly common cause for delays. The fix is easy. Use clear packaging, clear plastic wrap, see-through containers, or parchment paper all work. This way, the X-ray can see your sandwich is just a sandwich, and your bag will sail right through. Number 9 is another item governed by strict battery rules: e-cigarettes and vaping devices. A shocking number of travelers still pack them incorrectly. The rule is absolute. All electronic smoking devices are prohibited in checked baggage. They must be in your carry-on. This is purely a fire prevention measure. FAA data shows e-cigarettes are a leading cause of onboard battery incidents. Many can accidentally turn on in a crowded bag, causing the heating element to activate and start a fire in the cargo hold. If a vape is detected in your checked bag, it will be removed. To travel correctly, keep it in your carry-on and prevent it from turning on. You are also forbidden from using or charging it during the flight. Finally, number 10 is a broad category: sporting goods, and common tools. Most people don't think of their sports gear as a weapon, but the TSA does. The rule: any piece of equipment that could be used as a bludgeon is banned from the cabin. This includes baseball bats, golf clubs, ski poles, and hockey sticks. This also includes many tools, such as screwdrivers longer than 7 inches, or multi-tools with blades. The reasoning is pure security. A heavy golf club or baseball bat can easily be used as a weapon. While it seems obvious, many people don't apply that logic to a single golf putter or hiking poles. Thousands are surrendered every year. If you need to travel with these items, they must go in your checked luggage. Always check your backpack pockets for a forgotten multi-tool. So that's 10 items commonly confiscated at security. The key takeaway for 2026 is to always double-check the latest TSA rules before flying. Pay attention to batteries, powders, and anything that looks like a weapon. As a bonus tip, always pack anything you can't afford to lose, like medication or jewelry, in your carry-on. And if your bag is pulled for a search, staying calm and polite will make the process much smoother. If this video helped you prepare for your flight, hit the like button and subscribe for more travel tips. We're here to help you travel smarter. Now, we want to hear from you. Ever had something unexpectedly confiscated by the TSA? Share your story in the comments to help other travelers.